Good afternoon. You're listening to Life Leadership with Alex Urbina, right here in your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. This is the kind of show where you can gain valuable insight and a better understanding of life and leadership distinctions to help you access your full potential and become more effective in all areas of your life. And joining me in studio today is Mr. Bryce Thomas. Good afternoon, Bryce.
Good afternoon, Alex.
And to my right is my lovely co-host, Wendy Estevez Amara. How are you?
I'm great, Alex. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Today, I think we're going to take some phone calls. How about that?
That sounds great. Let's open
awesome,
it up.
Yeah, all right. Let's open up the phone lines. If you want to make a phone call in, call to 661-298-KHTS. That's 661-298-5487. Today, we're going to be talking about self-leadership. What does self-leadership mean to you?
Yeah, self-leadership. I love how you're specifically calling it self-leadership versus leadership in general, right?
Well, you know, when you think of leadership in general, a lot of people think of, well, I'm not really a leader because people don't follow me, or I don't have that that aggressive style to get people's attention. So I like to distinctively say self-leadership, because you have to first start being a leader to yourself first before you can lead other people. I think there's certain things that you have to master within yourself before people look at you and go, hey, I want to start listening to this person or following, or so that you can be influential. Does that make sense?
So you got to walk the talk first.
Absolutely.
Not just, talk the talk, but actually live it and be an example of it.
Absolutely.
But
That's
talking's
right.
so much easier, man.
It is. That's true. That's so true.
Yeah.
So, Bryce, what does it mean to you to be a self-leader?
To me, being a self-leader would be taking action just within my own thoughts and my own actions. Things or goals that I have in my life, not letting the world just dictate what I'm going to be or what I'm going to do, but actually taking that action and taking a stand for myself would be a self-leader.
Okay, great. When you say taking a stand for yourself, that means rather than letting people and outside things dictate what you do, how you speak, what you say, what you don't say.
Right.
And then just deciding within yourself that I want to experience this, I'm just going to speak up, or I want to choose this, so I'm just going to choose it.
Right. Being less passive and being more aggressive.
What a concept.
I know, and that's something I've had to battle because I'm a very passive person in nature, and that's something I've had to take a stand for myself and create more results for myself through my actions.
Yeah, my experience of you, Bryce, has been that you've been stepping up into creating results for yourself more. I wouldn't consider you a passive person now, knowing you in the way that I know you. I think you're a proactive, make things happen kind of guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I feel that way too.
It's been incredible to watch your journey in the last 6 months or so, to see you get out of your comfort zone more and take risks. I think is the key to watching your progression. Right. And I think you could probably agree to how much you're more in the moment and more aware of catching yourself when we're in conversations. And I guess sometimes when I look over at you and give you that eye, I give you that dad look, right? Sometimes you step up and you're like, you just start going for it.
Well, I've noticed, just, with myself, I've been talking a lot more, and I've actually been focusing on how I'm saying things too.
Yeah, that's noticeable. That's definitely noticeable. Your communication is more focused, clear, concise, to the point.
And more, I take more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like,
risks?
Risks, that's another thing, but I also take more credit for myself, but like with my words.
Yeah, ownership, responsibility.
Ownership, yeah. Instead of saying, you would be, I say I am. And I notice, with the team and stuff, instead of saying the team or our team, I've been saying my team. So that's something I've been working on too.
That's pretty powerful.
It does.
Words are everything. The way you speak, and especially as a coach, right? When we're sitting down with people and we're observing them, as they speak, every word that they say really tells a story about their come from,
where they're coming from. Yeah,
some of their fears, some of their doubts.
Show what people believe.
Right.
Words are basically a way to show outwardly in the world what you already believe. So, Bryce, if you're coming from I, it's because there's been a shift in the way you take a stand in your life. You're standing in I'm responsible. And when you're standing in I'm responsible of it all, of the team, of work, of my life, of my relationships, you automatically start shifting into I'm responsible, what I can do, versus pointing the finger at other people. So words are a way that people show what's really going on in terms of their beliefs. And everything starts with thoughts first, right? And we go from thoughts, and then that leads to our beliefs and our actions. And so it all starts with a little seed of a thought in your head. Yeah. So somebody planted the thought in your head that you're responsible 100% for your life. Ha!
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder who that was.
I don't know.
Or what experience that was. Yeah.
And also to keep reminding you and catching you as you're in it, right?
Right. That's another thing is I have to take feedback. I have to be open to feedback from other people, how they perceive me, and how I'm showing up to them. And that's something that's hard to do, is because a lot of the times, like, my ego will jump in and be like, no, that's not true, or I know who I am. But until you take a step back and I look at myself, I see who I'm showing up as, and I can work on that.
Isn't feedback an incredible gift?
It is, if you perceive it like that. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So what does self-leadership mean to you, Wendy?
To me, self-leadership means living in integrity with your vision for your life. So that means we all have a vision. Some of us are consciously aware of it. Some of us are living in unconsciousness and aren't aware that we have a vision. But once we're consciously aware of that vision, living in integrity with that, which means being and doing what it is we really want in our lives.
So following your passions.
Following your passion.
Being led by
absolutely.
your passion.
Being led by your passion, yes.
Living a purpose-driven life. Is that what you're saying?
Living a purpose-driven
Nice.
life.
Love it.
Yes. And not necessarily in the big picture of like a passion in your job. If, let's say, your goal is to be a loving person in your family, then that's your passion. That's your vision for your life. Are you being loving? Are you being that loving connection within your unit of family? So it doesn't have to be like my vision is to be a doctor, or my passion is to take care of animals, or it doesn't have to necessarily be anything that big outside of you. It could just be to be the best version of me I can be. That's beautiful right there. That's a beautiful vision to live by.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
For me, self-leadership is conscious living. And you said that earlier.
Yes, conscious.
But more importantly, not only being conscious, but being able to navigate the extraordinary challenges that life seems to throw at us on a daily basis. I think being able to, sort through the things that come at us and be at peace with some of the stuff, rather than resisting that which we can't control, getting into arguments, losing our power, giving up our power to other people. I think that's key to being your own leader, and it's very distinct. I think, also being able to live peacefully and to experience ultimate fulfillment and joy and passion, to me, is being a self-leader. And when we come back from the break, I want to break this down a little more in details and kind of go over some of the key steps. Like, how do you know that you're becoming a better self-leader? Like, at what pivotal points will you start showing up in a different way to the world?
Nice. What are the results that you're looking
Absolutely.
for? Awesome. So stay tuned for more. You're listening to Life Leadership with Alex Urbina right here on your hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS. Start with I.